Yeah, yeah.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, brothers and sisters and dear friends. Okay, so guys, this is a quick video, inshallah. I didn't want to do a dedicated video to this. I was here with the brothers filming for the podcast, and I thought, why not sat here? I'll quick.
Remember, he don't want to make a dedicated video to this. So what is this? He don't want to make a dedicated video. But look at the title of the video. This is not dedicated video. Huh? This is not. Okay, what happened? What? Look at this face. He is so happy in his life. I mean, he have the expression of a scammer.
Quickly touch up on this quickly because it's not really that important. So in the Andrew Tate video that I did, I mentioned that the scientific miracles in the Quran got debunked. And for some odd reason, funnily enough, like as if they thought that it was a slip of the tongue. I'll repeat it again, very carefully.
Repeat it, repeat it. They thought it's a slip of a tongue. They thought. Now he cannot take it back, that's it. But now he will repeat it again. Let us hear it.
The scientific miracles argument in the Quran got debunked.
Thank you very much. Who is a Muslim have a comment about this? So what those websites are saying to us? It's a lie, huh? It's a lie. The big crunch in the Quran, may Allah crunch you. The big bang in the Quran, may Allah bang you. Who is a Muslim there to call us and show us the oceanic division mentioned? Unbelievable. The Quran says that? Yes, brother. Embryology in the Quran. Oh boy. Iron within meteors? That's deep. Formation of a cloud? That's so cloudy. Pain receptors in the Quran. I mean, the Quran is the book of pain receptors for sure. Who is a Muslim would like to join us and tell us how truthful those is? What is this here? I'm not a reboot. Okay, thank you. What is that? They will not even let me read it without submitting my email. Oh boy. We can find you different website, no problem. Any Muslim? Which one of those scientific facts is scientific? Don't submit? Don't worry, my friend. Any Muhammadan? Let us see a different website. Where is the guy who called me yesterday, Muhammad, and he said he is going to give me the answer about which one Allah created first, the stars or the mountains. I hope he will come back one day. Any Muslims? Any Muhammadan? The page taking forever to open for some reason. All right, now it's open. Okay. Look at those 4 numbers. Get a free trial class, Quran reading. Nothing for free, my friend. The people of Allah don't do anything for free. Miracles of the Holy Quran. Scientific perspective. Movement of the earth and other terrestrial bodies. The movement of the mountains. The movement of the day and the night and the moon. Who is a Muslim want to join us so we can talk about any of those so-called scientific miracles? Maybe. Anyone? Is those scientific miracles are true or they are fabrication? There is tons of Muslims websites. Tons, brother, tons. claiming the Quran is full of scientific miracles. I say that all of this is a big fat lie. They are debunked according to Lili Dawah. Who is left of the Muslims? He don't agree with Lili Dawah.
Again, very carefully. The scientific miracles argument in the Quran got debunked. Yeah, I hope my tajweed was on point. So when I said this, a lot of Islamophobes were celebrating as if I was like, oh my gosh, like this video is going to be me.
We are not celebrating. We are just laughing at you. I mean, how many videos you made yourself speaking about scientific miracles of the Quran, and now you are saying to us that all the video you made, it was a fraud. Celebrating what? I mean, it's not a secret for us that Islam is, there's no miracle. I mean, what the only miracle is how to make a donkey like you a teacher, or a literate like Muhammad a professor or a doctor. I mean, imagine Muhammad, according to Muslim, do not know how to write his name, and suddenly Muhammad is expert with embryology, astronomy, and that's why the poo-poo is all over the place. And then you, in order to cover to a person who is doing poo-poo non-stop, you fabricated and you manipulated the text to make it fit with science. But did it work? For how long?
Me apologizing and no, listen, it got debunked. Now let's give some context for some Muslims so they can understand. For example, and I'll tell you where this comes from, and you know why many people in the dawah, many dawah, YouTubers, my colleagues, like brothers that I work with, didn't do a video. Why did you say that? Because they know it as well. In what sense? Brothers and sisters, I was having a debate with a guy called Phil. Yes? This guy is a scientist or whatever he is, for that matter. I was debating with him, and I can remember this very clearly a couple of years ago. And I took an ayah in the Quran, which I am not qualified to do, which is start doing tafsir. So there was an ayah in the Quran which says that there are 7 heavens. So I was claiming, because of this whole scientific narrative, that this is talking about the ozone layer. Number one, it is haram for me to do that. Why? Because
it turned to be it's haram for him to do that. So everything you do is haram, because all what you do, you keep explaining the Quran. It turned to be it's haram for him to explain the Quran. Listen carefully at the stupid, he's trying now to give himself excuse. But now he is even framing himself of doing a person who do haram, unlawful things. Why you are not following Allah then? It turned to be, okay, what it turned to be? Tell us.
number one, it is haram for me to do that. Why? Because how can I give an understanding to the Quran, the ayah, with no qualifications? And who have ever said that this is the ozone layer?
So what is the qualification for you of all the video you made to explain the Quran? Do you see how stupid those people are? He just said he have no qualification. Is it a Christian Prince who says so? No. He said he has no qualification. So you now making a video, this video, what is your qualification to be there? Do you see, Muhammad, and why we laugh at your so-called apologetic, the one who defends Islam? So they agree they have zero qualification, yet they are the one on the stand claiming to be qualified to refute us and to explain the Quran for us. Any Muhammadan? Mayday, Mayday. Any Abdul? So there is no scientific miracles. So he was teaching people that there is 7 layers.
This atheist guy and trying to tell him that there's 7 ozone layers, and he was saying to me, "No, my friend, there are 6 ozone layers." And I was saying 7. He was saying 6, 7, 6, 7, 6. I was saying, let's go to the NASA page. So we went to the NASA page, and in the NASA page, guess what? It said the argument was apparently from their recent findings, whatever it may be. It's probably changed. And this is my whole point of the video, yeah? Science changes. It said that there is 5 ozone layers. So I looked at him, he looked at me, and I was thinking, I'm saying 7, you're saying 6, NASA is saying 5. That is where the penny dropped for me. You know why?
But look what happened now. Even if he said 6 and he's wrong, according to what you say, still you are a liar. He is wrong, you are a liar. Because anyone who have a little logic, you know, I mean, you see, when the Muslims, we can show you tons of reference about this. Let me find it. Ozone layers in the Quran. Just to show you how they lie and how it's easy to debunk their stupidity and their lies. Let us see this website here. Quran and Science Ozone layers. How truthful that is. I'm just trying to find the website. Doesn't have tons of commercials, so we can show in the screen. This one is full of commercial. Okay, forget it. This one is full of commercial. This one is full of commercial. 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 All right. Let us see. And this website taking forever to open. All right. There is tons of videos made by Muslims about this topic, and as you see, they lie. They lie with no shame. I found the website have no commercial, but the text is so small. All right. Let us show you this one so we can laugh. But this one, the text is so small too. All right, let us see this one here. Maybe this one will do better. A miracle, brother, a miracle in the Quran, brother. I will show you now a miracle. Nobody have ever heard of this miracle before. Allahu Akbar. Article. The well-protected roof, a miracle in the Quran. Okay. In the Quran, Allah Almighty calls for our attention to a very important attribute of the sky. We made the sky a preserved and protected roof, yet still they turn away from our signs. Chapter 21, verse number 32. Okay. This attribute of the sky has been proved by scientific research carried out in the 20th century. The atmosphere surrounding the Earth serve crucial function. Okay, hold on, Abdul, just to show you how they lie about this. This is not about the atmosphere. This is the opposite. The sky is protected roof, not the earth. Just to show you how they lie. This is chapter 21, verse number 32. Petitos. I mean, when they lie, their lies is so obvious. However, if you are a donkey, well, you are a donkey, you believe any lie. Here it says, and we made the heaven roof, save well guarded. Well guarded. Who is the one is guarded? The sky, not the earth. What does that mean? Let me show you. What the Quran is talking about, that when Shaitan, he tried to spy at Allah, Shaitan, he cannot go out of the earth to go to the heaven so he can spy. This is the protected roof. Read carefully. Chapter 15, verse number 70. And we have guarded it. Guarded what? The sky. Verse number 16. Indeed, we have put the biggest stars in heaven, and we beautify it for the beholder. And we have guarded it. The near heaven, the Muslim put the translation near heaven, which means the lowest one. From every outcast Shaitan. Expect him who gain hearing. So do you see how they make something stupid, silly, suddenly became scientific? What this is saying, that it is the sky protected, not the earth. Are you with me? Which means you cannot go to the sky. This is not about you cannot come to the earth. This is about you cannot go out of the earth to go and enter the sky. And this is already proven to be false. In fact, there's other verse in the Quran. Allah, he challenged all the Abdul and the genie to leave out the zone of the earth. If they can, but you cannot. Look how many times repeat the same thing. In chapter 55, verse number 30. O assembly of jinn and man, if you have the power to pass beyond the zone of the heaven and the earth, pass them, but you will never be able to pass except by the authority of Allah. Who is the one who have the authority to pass? The angels and the prophets only. So do you see how they manipulate the text from something about fictions and legions to be about the zone, the atmosphere? Do you see how they lie? Each time Shaitan, he tried to spy by going to the heaven, Allah will shoot him by a star. In different verse in the Quran, I hope you guys taking reference. Why Allah created the stars is to show the Shaitan with it. I'm using one hand to type. And we indeed we adorned the nearest heaven. Where is the atmosphere? With lamps. So according to the Muslims, the atmosphere have lamps, have stars in it. Well, this is the sky. This is the seventh sky. This is sky number 1. So the stupid dawah, he was claiming that the seventh heaven is atmosphere. So what is the rest? Child, I mean, it's just a kid. So indeed we adorned nearest heaven with lamps, and we have made such lamps as missiles to drive away the shaitan. Phew, phew, phew. This is your stupid Quran. So look how a book of fiction and stupidity, this is a cartoon, suddenly it become a scientific fact, brother. Suddenly it's about the ozone. Suddenly it's about how the ozone is created. And suddenly, and this guy is going to debate atheists about the 7 layers of the ozone. Did we take reference? Chapter 21, verse number 32. This is the one they use it in their website, right? Claiming. In fact, if you read verse number after, you will see how stupid the Quran. It says, and it is he who has created the night, the day, and the sun, and the moon, each in an orbit floating. The Muslim, they say to you, hold on. Do you see the Quran saying the sun and the moon, they are running in orbit? But it says the night and the day. So the stupid Quran saying that night and day are an object. The sun and the moon, they are an object. And all they are running in orbit. But what does that mean? The Muslim, they say to you, scientifically discovered that there's an orbit for the sun and the moon. But for sure, there is nothing in orbit for the day and the night. However, you will not see Allah saying that the earth is going around itself. Why the earth is not going in orbit? Let us go and see together. Let us see the orbit Muhammad he mentioned in his Quran. Read with me, Allah. So you see, they can take a verse and they try to make it scientific, and because you don't know much, you are an ignorant in Arabic, you are ignorant about Islam, you do not know much. Once I was with the Prophet in the mosque at the time of the sunset. The Prophet said, O Abu Dhar, the father of the ants, there is an ant. Do you know where the sun sets? I replied, Allah and his apostle knows best. And by the way, here, this is a clear proof that Muslims are not monotheist. They associate the knowledge of God with the knowledge of Abdul. So suddenly now, Allah and Muhammad are equal in knowledge. Both, they know best. He said, you see, Muhammad did not say, don't say that. He did not get upset. No, he liked it actually. This is why he is always saying this. Do you know where this? And then the Muslim, they say to him, Allah and his messengers knows best. He loved it. He said, it goes and prostrate underneath Allah's throne. And that is the statement, Allah's statement, the sun runs into fixed course. So now we know what the orbit. Are you with me? So the orbit, it turned to be that the sun going every day. Every day at the time of the sunset, the sun is going to prostrate itself under the throne of Allah. And this is the interpretation of chapter 36, verse number 38, that the sun goes in an orbit. But you see in their articles, they give it different meaning. They make it about orbit. They make it about, how an illiterate man, he knew this. But they will not show you that Muhammad claimed that the sun goes every day. In fact, in different hadith, Muhammad, he make it more clear. He said that the sun goes every day from the east to the west and asks for permission from Allah. Until one day, The sun will not be permitted to go back where it came from, which means to go from the east, but it's going to appear from the west. Read it. And this is the reference. And this is Al-Bukhari, very authentic book. Do we have any Muhammadan? By the way, people in the chat, if you are here coming to learn, you are welcome. If you are not, it's going to take me one click to block you. Just one click. Click, click.